Guys. You may or may not have heard it already, but the Avengers Age of Ultron trailer that was supposed to come out next week during Shield was leaked online. Um, I didn't want to spend I checked on, I found out, and it was all already posted everywhere online because I was in the middle of filming. I was in the middle of doing my Arrow review for this week's episode of Arrow, so you can check that out down there, latest Arrow video. But so here's this, and I went through the trailer, and I got all kinds of images. But I'll show you here. I got about 100 images just out of the trailer. A lot of them are really repetitive, really like right next to each other frame. But I just really wanted to make sure I got everything. And I know the images are not in good quality, but it is a leaked footage online. I really wanted to hurry up and get as much as I could out of it. And whenever if they release the official one, full thing, better images, I'll be able to, I'll tweet it out or whatnot, or really let you guys know a little bit better images out of stuff. But here, let's just get into it and let's do this. So it starts off with this, and the whole thing. I'll try to put the link in the description for the actual trailer. Um, but if not, you can check out my. You should be able to check it out on my website, on my Tumblr page. If YouTube doesn't want to, if they pull it off of YouTube and they want to wait until have it online because of it. So because of the version, I don't know if there are like higher quality versions in this than not. I just wanted to hurry up and get a version so I could go through the whole thing and have my video up there. And then wait later because they may, if all these images are this quality and not super good quality, then they may just wait until actual next week to let out the full one. Unless they let it leak on their own, marketing and all that stuff, so that no one's looking for it because they're waiting for next week, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's there, because it was totally unexpected for it to come out today, for the leaked to be leaked today. So here, without further ado, let's get into this. So it starts off with this, with James Spader, just talking and whatnot, and his voice is just so so amazing, and it at first doesn't like. I don't think of Ultron when I hear that, and then when you see him actual talk like Ultron talking, it looks pretty good. So it starts off with this, I guess, looks like a dystopian future, unless this is or whatnot, type thing, and then there's more of that, without clouds, and so here we have just a bunch of people, in the streets, and all the cars are, I guess, are not working. I don't know here. We got some more people just like in the crowd there. I guess they're mad at something. Based off, I think they're gonna be based off the trailer. I think they'd be mad at Stark or whatnot, or the Avengers. But this photo of which looks like Ultron's hand, but also I think it could be not Hulk's hand, but the Hulkbuster's arm. I think it might be something like that, or it might be a version of. An Iron Man suit controlled by a version of Ultron that he makes himself later. But I think it'd be cool if this was the Hulkbuster suit, which I think it will be. Let's see what else? It's just more people here, just trying to make out stuff. Just grabbing everything to see if there's stuff in the background, and because you never know what there could be. So this one is just of Captain America, and just. He looking defeated. I was trying to make sure there's nothing on the license plates that was hinting at anything. To really get everything down. There's just Hawkeye, just with explosions in the background, just trying to save people and whatnot. I think that's it. There's not much. I think it's just a person. Yeah. And there you got Thor. There are not in this photo, but there are photos here that really make Thor's hammer look a lot bigger than I remember it from Thor, other movies. This picture is really the one that I'm interested to see once it's in better quality. You got Thor. Yeah, I think there's no. I don't think there's someone there, but you got Banner and Cap. I think that's Hawkeye over there. Maybe Iron Man is piloting it there, or unless those are just two shielded pilots. But Banner here is really the highlight of this photo. On the next one, you'll see. So you see here, they zoom in on Banner all, almost going not crazy, but just really not holding it together or whatnot. So that definitely looks interesting. They're gonna play off him not being in control, I guess, anymore. So I'm definitely interested to see how they're gonna go from the perfectly stable Banner in Avengers to this Banner, to see how that happens and whatnot. You know, I think that would definitely be interesting to see, and maybe something like this, him just losing it or whatnot, it could be in Shield. I don't know. Maybe I would hope not that he needs to be in Shield, but maybe somehow they could have him, not him in Shield, but mention it in Shield or whatnot. Because I really hope that we see Coulson or whatnot, or someone from Agents of Shield. I hope not just one, just to be able to just to throw him in there, and it's not just here quick cut, and whereas the people who don't watch the show don't recognize him. Only the people from the show would really recognize him. I hope that the connection between this Avengers 2 and Agents of Shield, I hope that it makes it so. I would love for it to be like you have to watch Shield to understand everything. I wish they would do that. I know they're not going to, because then people would be like, oh, if I have to watch Shield, then I'm not going to go see the movie. Not many people would watch the movie. I mean, I would. But me as a watcher of both, I wish they did that way, but I know they just can't do that way. But I still hope that at least the ending of this, please, like I hope like I would like for them to end it on a very big cliffhanger, so that okay, you don't need to know all of Shield to watch this, but you need to watch the next Shield episode to finish this cliffhanger, to get the satisfaction of finding out what happens. I think that would definitely be interesting. Yeah, so we got him there, and then this is probably the highlight of the movie. One of Iron Man's just things just start walking out on its own, which after Iron Man 3 is not that impressive, but here you see a better shot of him when he's out of the shadows, and then it's when they're all just standing here. I think this is a great scene. We've seen this picture before. They're all just not partying, just hanging out, just chilling. Clearly they've been drinking a little bit, so I think that's going to be interesting to see. Especially if Thor, known for drinking, really is a bit wasted. I think that would be funny to see. Have him stumble a bit, and he's in he has this red jacket on, his red this stuff on, but he doesn't have all of his Thor stuff. It's one of the first few times where he's I think it's maybe the first time he's not in his Thor costume on Earth, since the first Thor. But I don't think in the set Dark World, I don't think he wore his costume the entire time he was on Earth. So that's definitely interesting to see that. And you got Rhodey here too. I think that's it. No, I haven't seen anything of Pepper in any of these photos. And Tony realizing that it's his, he's not calling his machine. It just came alive. So this is definitely interesting. The prototype. One of Iron Man's prototype suits. This just again just all of the everyone just together. Do you see the robot? I guess that's Natasha Romanoff, Tony, Black Widow. I don't know who those two are. I don't know. It looks very blurry. It's hard to tell who's who here. That could be Scarlet Witch with the red stuff, red dress there. But it definitely looks interesting, and I definitely think it'd be cool. I hope that maybe one of these guys could be. I think Agent Triplet is rumored to be in here. That definitely looks like Don Cheadle, Rhodey. I'm not sure about anyone else here. I don't know. I hope though that they have Shield in there, because this is getting a lot of just getting frustrating. So many movies. So it's been so long since Coulson died, and none of them know that he's even alive again. Like only closest one it knows is Sif. The closest one to any of them. And Thor watched him die. So here you just have another, I guess, just a robot just on the ground, one of Iron Man's prototypes on the ground, and the robot bends down, picks it up, and just and crushes it right there like that. And then here we just have Iron Man just looking at these mountains. Not sure what these mountains are or whatnot, but I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I wonder if it's going to be anything to do with the same near to the mountains where he created the Iron Man. So when he came up with the idea there from Iron Man 1. I think those would be interesting if they did that. I don't know if they will, but we'll see. And then here, I don't know what this is. Just I guess it looks like like an Alcatraz type thing, like a big prison or whatnot, or it could just be an old school. I really don't know what this is, but definitely interesting. I don't know if anyone can tell me in the comments or tweet me at CoolMovies1. And here, yeah, this same place, you just have Cap breaking into it. He kicks the door open. He's looking down, looking for something. This, I thought it was someone, but these are just a bunch of soldiers jumping out of this van, somewhere, or police officers. So this, I wasn't sure, if this was anything going to be a cameo of some sort, some comic book shop, or is it just, maybe like an Avenger store, you know what I mean? Because like you see in the age of, like we see in the first episode of Shield, there's those Avengers action figures. So an Avengers store, like a store dedicated to Avengers, with all kinds of Avengers memorabilia, whatnot, and then the proceeds goes to charity and whatnot. That could be an interesting idea. But I don't know about if they do that based off of these photos. It could be something like that, I'm thinking, but I don't know. Just speculating, give my thoughts. I want to go back there. So this is just this, I guess, in this mall where the water just shoots up. It's not much really here. Just wanted to get it. And yeah, this is really, you got this destruction of this person's house, which I'm not sure. Is it Quicksilver just whizzing by and like destroying it with his speed? He's going that fast, or is it Ultron? Or it looks like it could also be, based off what this is, could also be like a backhoe almost, like a tractor, big tractor digging, or it could just be maybe a massive Ultron, just ripping the house to shreds with his bare hands. I don't know. This seems to look like a tank just shooting at something. Not well. Based off the next photo, I think it might be there. That's Bruce Banner. Might be Hulk. So that definitely looks like a tank. So that would be cool if General Talbot was in here from Shield. Attacking part of the Hulkbusters. Which is the reason why Iron Man builds the Hulkbuster suit. So and there's more a Banner. This, I have no idea who this is. It looks like a woman, or it could be a skinny guy. I'm not sure what this is. Or maybe it could just be a prototype of Ultron making like a. I guess they're not going to give him a version of him that has skin over him like a human, like too Terminator-ish. But I don't know. I don't know who this is, or he really can't tell. They really look too skinny to be anyone. And all this glass, I really can't tell who it could be or whatnot. But hopefully it's someone. And this is just a wheel, but it looks like they're going down a hallway. And it looks like a wheel from sort of, in the video, it looks like a wheel from a like a gurney or whatnot, like a hospital bed or whatnot. Based off of this hallway, it definitely looks like Hydra, and I know there's rumors that one of the Avengers actually dies in this movie or whatnot. But this definitely looks not like this. Maybe not one of their scenes, because it looks a lot like Hydra. Like a Hydra cave, or like where they were brainwashing the Winter Soldier in Captain America. That looks awful like that. And then in this one, we have the doctor using surgical tubes, and which look like older surgical equipment. But this is interesting to seeing with this person. I have no idea can't tell who it is, but it could be anyone from, maybe it could be Bucky in this again. I think that would be unsuspected if they had Bucky in here. Um, I think maybe they might have Bucky in here because last we saw of Cap is he's going off looking for Bucky. So whenever they call him in to deal with, whenever however he meets up with, with the gang, and then the Ultron, um, I think they're not. Maybe he'll find Bucky. Will he have given up? I think it's interesting, and I'm also curious. At the beginning image we saw, with all of them there, even Thor was on Earth. Just they're all just chilling right there. I'm curious to know why was Thor on Earth for that reason. He must have came. He doesn't just come to the Earth just to have fun, does he? Just to was he just there? Will Natalie Portman be in this scene? Because that would be the few reasons. Why would he go back to Earth? Yeah, he kind of built a relationship with them. They became somewhat of friends in the first Avengers, but they didn't really. I guess other than the shawarma scene at the end, there wasn't really much of a friendship. But maybe they'll explain how why he's just chilling on Earth and whatnot, and not dealing with stuff on Asgard. Um, you know, uh, which then again, I don't know. Maybe it's just Loki as his father, just telling him, no, go loosen up so that you can go have fun, and I'll take care of stuff here and then whatnot. But he doesn't know it's Loki. But I don't know, just speculating. Okay, so let's get through these. So this is just a picture of Ultron with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. With a lot of destruction here. Yeah, just close up of the two of them. She turns the camera on, and this is a good scene. You got Ultron just coming out of the water here and whatnot. I see a lot of that. And then just there's Ultrons just climbing up the wall, the rocks here. These are two Ultrons flying away or what and stuff like that. Here you have you got your Thor and really really cool scene. Definitely looks interesting. I like how you look at these guys. They're all looking up. He's looking up, and they're not on like level ground. They're on top of a building. So I think this is definitely interesting. Who they're looking at. I mean, Tony, Iron Man, or Hulk is here. Could they be looking at Iron Man and Hulk who are flying, who are in the air? The Hulkbuster just took Hulk and jumped and they blasted. They're fighting in the air, maybe, or they're looking at a giant Ultron. Of all these regular size Ultrons, just kind of like, combined into one. Maybe, I don't know, but they're definitely looking at something. And I think it would be more than just Hulkbuster and Hulk fighting, because the next one you see right after that you see that Thor drop his hammer, and to me now maybe the hammer is just really closer to the camera than Thor is, and he's dropping it not beside him, in front of him. But to me this really looks like this hammer looks massive, like twice the size as it has been and usually is, but whatever. Here we just have another. I guess they're going through this. He's trying to look at his suit to figure out what's wrong with it and why is it, not working or whatnot. Or maybe this might be pre the Ultron coming up, and this is just part of his prototype. But it does look really broken and not like not together. I don't know. But here, yeah, we got your Tony Stark. I think it looks like Steve Rogers. And then maybe maybe Hawkeye over there. Maybe it could be someone there that could look like I'm just guessing. Could look like Bruce Banner's hair or whatnot. I haven't seen anything though of Maria Hill in this in any of these pictures, so that's definitely interesting. Hoping to see some of her in here. This is just Iron Man. In this scene, in this part in the trailer, he just admits that he's, he brought all this on because he did this and whatnot. And then here we have our Nick Fury back. So it's interesting here. He has his eye patch, and I don't know where this is going to come in. Hopefully, we get some explanation, or hopefully we get to see him before in Shield before this. Maybe explain how, where why he's got the eye patch and how he's all set again, or are they going to leave that for Shield? But then again, does I'm curious to see when. I'm very interested to see when this comes out. Will Tony Stark know that? Will everyone think that Nick Fury is dead? Obviously Captain America and Black Widow know that he's not. He's not dead. But at the beginning, will there be a point where Bruce Banner, Tony Stark, I think that's them, and John and Rhodey there, and Hawkeye. Are they going to think that Captain America, that Nick Fury is dead? Obviously, I guess Captain America and Black Widow will explain to them, but I guess at one point, they probably will have heard from someone that he's dead. Especially Tony. With his tech always being connected. You know what I mean, and always hearing of stuff. You know what I mean. I don't know. I thought that he will have heard of it, or maybe it was just he was such a quiet thing that nobody heard anything. They don't even realize he died. He died. But I could see that Bruce Banner not knowing that he's dead because he's again isolated himself from civilization and so that he doesn't harm anyone as Hulk. But I don't know. It would be interesting to see what he's doing since he does have control in the Avengers though. The first one there. Just a cool scene of Black Widow there. She looks. I don't know if it's just the background or panels or whatnot in the Avengers mansion, but she looks has awful blue tint to her. So that definitely looks cool, having that blue tint. Just Scarlet Witch, just losing it right here. Yeah, you really see her losing. I think she's going to be great. I forget the actress's name, but I think she's going to be great in this thing as Scarlet Witch, just losing control and everything like that. I think it's going to be quite a good scene. I can't wait to see it. It's just a bunch of cars at the Hulk there. And then here we have the foot. This is pretty awesome. And you got more Hulk. I mean, a little bit different, the face and whatnot. Maybe bigger eyes here, or it could just be the bad, the bad quality or whatnot. I don't know, but it looks pretty good. Hulk there, and this looks amazing. I find it interesting though that they're actually using, this, this, they're having an Iron Man suit within an Iron Man suit. I guess that would make him very, because otherwise I think, if he didn't have to do it this way, he would be very, unless he was sitting in an actual chair. He'd be very bouncing around. Like Hulk would be able to punch him when Tony would just bounce in there. So I guess this way he doesn't bounce, or if he does bounce, he has in an Iron Man suit within an Iron Man suit, so it doesn't really feel much. I think it's interesting that they put repulsor rays on his knees too. I think that was cool. I think that's it for this scene. I don't know what he did, but this looks like Hulk did something, or maybe he clapped, and this either it's just bad quality and this is not really wavy, or this building has been hit by some force or whatnot. But then again, it's not going on this side, so maybe it's just the quality of this image. So here we have another one. Oh, I guess it's just a reflection, just a mirrored image, a glass a building. But here we have the helmet as it's going on, covering up and whatnot. Looks very, very awesome. I definitely can't wait. And I hope that they put out action figures of this. That would actually be cool if they made action figures like this, where you had, an Iron Man and a suit, but you can actually take them out and put one in, build them in. So you actually could have an action figure, with just an empty Hulkbuster suit, and an action figure where you can take the Iron Man and you put him in it. I think that would be a cool toy, but just interesting. So there, what it looks like with the helmet on. That definitely looks very awesome, very cool. and I just think I can't wait to see this thing in action. It's going to look so good. Oh, and the jets here. This jet I took on this because this looks very new. With this shape, this is very different than the what we've seen in the last Avengers, or what we've been seeing in Shield. So, be interested to see if this, will be coming out of, how where will this if they at least show where this new jet idea comes from because, Shield right now, at least in the show, is like scattered. They have limited resources. Coulson is having to trust people who betrayed him. Because he is so limited manpower. So for them to have a new time to redesign a new jet, unless Stark just doodled it any time and he did it, he funded it. I don't see that they would have the time or the resources to even to do this. So it's definitely interesting to see where how this new jet comes out. And then from this jet you see Black Widow come out of it in her bike there, which I'm not mistaken, this is a Harley Davidson bike. It's that the new one where I think it costs like $2 million or whatnot, or some crazy amount to get one, and they're not even on the market. You have to be like a specific buyer, and they say it sounds like a jet engine. I think you can check it out on YouTube. It actually is an all electric bike too, which is much quieter and whatnot. And so I think that's gonna be cool to see that bike there, and know that it's no matter, hopefully, unless it starts flying and whatnot, that it's pretty much a real bike. I think that would be cool. And here we just have Quicksilver just zipping by. I think what looks like Iron Man or Ultron, but it could just be a dark version of Iron Man or whatnot. I'm not sure, but I think it would be Iron Man because in the next one I have here, you can clearly see that that's Captain America right there, and yeah. So that definitely looks going to be interesting to see how they do his speed, compared to the Flash and what they did on Smallville and what they're doing in Man of Steel and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting to compare the super speed. And here, just her using her powers, figure that looked cool. And here, this is just a blurry image of Cap, which looks like this could be a flashback, I guess, with Agent Carter. And maybe Howard Stark. I don't know, It should be interesting. Maybe it could be her. I don't know. We'll see. I think she has been announced in this movie. I'm not sure if Haley Atwell actually appears in a flashback or whatnot in Avengers 2. So here, just a bunch of ships, all going somewhere. I don't know why are they going some? Oh no, okay. In the trailer, it looks like they were just going somewhere. But if you look here, it went too fast in the trailer. But it's all the water is gone down. All these ships are just stranded there. So I think that's very interesting. So I guess Ultron is not only controlling all of technology and whatnot, could possibly be taking the minerals from the ground and creating metal out of thin air, but not out of thin air, but absorbing the minerals from the ground to create metal instantly like that. I think if he gets into that part, I think that could explain the water, or it could just be Scarlet Witch just losing it with her powers. We'll have to wait and see. And here, this is pretty cool. I forget the guy's name, but the guy who plays Gollum in Lord of the Rings, and Andy Kubert, I think, I don't know, who also plays Caesar in the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and the Planet of the Apes reboot. So I don't know who he plays, but I'm assuming based off of his haircut and the beard and all that, he might be Hydra. So that could be interesting. If he is Hydra, it looks like he could be a prisoner of Hydra's. We'll see what comes out of this. He'll definitely be a great actor in this movie. Good actor. Just Captain America, on his, I guess what looks like to be Captain America on here, on this bike, but which is pretty cool. Like the first Captain America, where you put the shield in there. But he definitely looks very white. And it reminds me a lot of, this could either be Bucky's arm, which I don't think it would be Bucky's arm. Not in this one. I think they'd save that for its own storylines. It's if Bucky's there, unless this is just Bucky comes and helps, like the Winter Soldier comes in and helps the Avengers, and happens to Ultron grabs Captain America's shield and just launches it, like kilometers and kilometers and kilometers, just far, far away, and then Bucky just appears and it lands near Bucky, and so he grabs it, and he ends up coming and helping them. So maybe that could be his arm, or it also could just be the lighting or whatnot. But definitely looks like that. It looks also like, if you've seen the set leaks of the set pictures of Ultron, that like the actor that was just in there, so it was just a fake Ultron. It looks nothing like what we have, but that definitely looks. That's what I think it looks like, but I don't know. So I don't know. Who could it be? Could it be the Winter Soldier? Maybe. Will it be? I would guess probably not. We'll just have to see what this is. Maybe with a better trailer, or when the movie comes out. Just to see, I guess. So Thor, I guess, in some sort of water or whatnot. I don't know. Definitely is going to be interesting to see. Where is this? This is like what is this scene going to be? Just an excuse to get him like shirtless, I guess. But I don't know how it's really gonna have to be a strong story to be able to make this work. I mean, with Chris Evans, you can just have him. They want to make someone take off their shirt, they can just do it. But Thor, he's a god. He's not just gonna take off his shirt for no reason. They have to have a reason. So I think this is gonna be interesting to, is he being locked up in a chamber, or is he what, why, and how, and just interesting. So this definitely looks, at first, you see it says Hulk's arm and Black Widow, and it looks like he's about to grab onto her or whatnot, or something, and then you can see here her hand. They go in, they're just touching their hand to hand type thing. So that definitely will be interesting, having her be the one to maybe if, because you look here, it doesn't look so much green right here. It could just be the lighting or whatnot, or he's shrinking. He's de-hulking. This didn't look too interesting. Like nothing much here. Just maybe something in the windows. But really, what I wanted to focus on was these are just random ballerinas, but I didn't notice the sky there though. But this guy right here, who looks a lot like I forget his name there, but the guy who with the glasses from Hydra right now on Shield, looks like this. Just the outline of the body looks like him. It looks like he could have glasses there. With the hair coming out. I don't know. I think it would be cool if they had him. They had this bad guy in there. Who kind of, maybe Iron Man makes Ultron, and then when because I think when the synopsis like Tony makes builds Ultron, or builds the system into his suit, and maybe to handle all of the Hydra threats that are out there, and maybe when in doing so, the Hydra guys, they find out, they find that Ultron's in their system. They find one of them, and then they plant a virus and send it back, and it just turns everything into it takes Tony's self-thought program that he built and he created, and just turns it evil. So all they do is just turn it against him. They don't create Ultron, but just kind of turn him evil type thing, turn him on their side. So I don't know. That could be a scenario if that's him, but those are just guesses for me. Just a bunch of, I don't know if it looks like it's snowing. I guess a bunch of guys just military again shooting at something in the woods, which probably would be Hulk or I don't know. But here this looks like just the footage of picture we've seen already of Hawkeye, and more pictures of Hawkeye. This is really where it gets interesting. So it's just Thor in the Avengers mansion, which looks like, and then he comes up with to Tony, Black Widow there, and he grabs him and picks him up. And then what this looks like is Bruce Banner. But what really intrigues me is the next image. this. Now maybe this is just the the bad quality that I have here, but those lines and that line there, and the fact that he's picking him up, could this have something to do with Thanos? I mean, those lines look a lot like Thanos, and they're on his eyes too. A little bit of color discoloration, but it could be just the bad quality. Could he be infected by Thanos somehow? Controlled by Thanos? Um, in this thing, I don't think so. I think it's just the bad quality. But whatever. I just like to hopefully to be hopeful. To wish. But I think if they do have Thanos like this in here, it would be very, very weird. Like very weird. It'd be out of just like that's it. That's all we got. It's just this like on all of this trailer, and then they have Thanos in here, and they just have this part. Unless it's not Thanos, but just one of Thanos' hired another attempt, to get someone else to take out the Avengers. It could be something like that. But I don't know. Probably just the bad quality of the image. We'll see in a better trailer, better quality trailer. Just a Black Widow again. Can't tell if she's in her costume or not. I don't think so. Maybe she is. But what's behind her definitely could be something. I don't know. Not too sure. That kind of looks like someone maybe, or an Ultron. I don't know. We have to see. Now this is just back to the Hulk and Iron Man and Hulkbuster fight. Hulk's just throwing cars at Hulkbuster, Iron Man, and they catch it. He smashes it, and it's fine. This is just kept running from cars. But here in this scene, this car is about to land, and he stops. You see how he's on that angle, feet this way. He's stopping, and then in the next one he's stopping, and then he's kind of gone. Well, I think if there's something could be there in the next frame, that kind of picks him up, or it's just him leaping over the car, which would be possible, I guess. This I don't know what this is supposed to be. I guess it's just her about hiding from stuff as it's going on. But this sign looks like it could be a Easter egg for something. It's clearly in right the middle of the frame, and the character is right here in the corner. So you're made to look here, but I think your focus is supposed to be that. So it's a obvious, some sort of Easter egg, but I just don't recognize it with this bad quality image. Just her screaming and whatnot. I think is that American flag there? Oh, it's interesting. Looking here, a bunch of people looking with Quicksilver. I think that's there. Just Hulk destroying a food market. Just Hulk destroying anything is cool. Hulkbuster again about to punch something, and Hulk and then punch. Here we have the broken shield picture, and that is what all we get. Is this the last image we get of the broken shield cut in half? So I'm definitely interested to see what breaks the shield after jumping 100 stories and landing straight on it. How would that not break the shield? And how did Thor not break the shield? And whatever broke this. We don't know. Is it Hulk that broke this? Because Hulk was clearly in the Avengers was stronger than Thor. But so does Hulk turn and break this because he is fighting Iron Man? Before. Does Ultron break this? Does Scarlet Witch or Quicksilver somehow break this? Who knows? Yeah, and it looks like we don't get much of Scarlet Witch and Silver Surfer, Quicksilver, really connecting with the Avengers. At least not much in the trailer. Obviously, they're not gonna spoil that they go from evil to good right in the first trailer. But it'd be interesting to see though if in future trailers we do get any glimpse of them not fighting together, like not fighting each other. Not the an idea that Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are good. But I don't think we'll see that until the end of of the the movie. What I think would be cool is if at the end of this movie they didn't, they left this with the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver being part of Hydra, and and then it's just in Shield is where they could bring them. I don't know if these guys, how much they're paying these guys to Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, but maybe if they're not too expensive, they could be brought to the Shield, and where Coulson could kind of de-Hydra-ize them. I don't know. I'm just hoping. Here we have just a picture of, last picture of one of the last pictures of Ultron. And it slowly gets better and better and better, and then that's it really. So yeah, those are the pictures that I got from Age of Ultron, all 100 of them, and yeah. So let me know what you think. What do you think of all this? Don't forget to hit subscribe and like, please, guys. Peace out.